High school basketball fans across our region know Coach Tony Hardin, and this morning he joins us here on Daytime to talk about a brand new book he has written called Everyone Can Win. Coach Hardin, appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about this book. Well, let's talk about your career first of all. Let's give us a little history, because I know basketball fans around here know you. Talk about your history here in our region.
Well, I started in Carter County and coached at middle school there, and was lucky enough to have a team that won the state championship there. Then went to Elizabethton, coached the girls for a while, went to their first sub-state the school they ever had.
Right.
Then coached the guys, and we made the state tournament, actually the last time Elizabethton had gone. Then moved to Blount County to finish my career. And you know, in education, you retire on your highest 5 years, so it was nice to make a little more money down there. And it was a great experience. The people were very good to me there.
You have, if I remember correctly, you got over 500 wins, victories in your career.
That's true.
That's something to hang your hat on. I mean, not every coach can say that.
Well, thank you very much. I was blessed to have some good players.
All right.
That helps.
You're in retirement now. You said you have a son who's coaching basketball at Lees McRae. He's coaching there at Lees McRae. You're kind of living vicariously through him. You're keeping your hands in coaching a little bit.
For sure, and he's doing a great job up there. And you know, it's just nice to go and watch what he does. He does some of the stuff I do, but it's just really cool to to know his players and still have some relationships there.
Well, let's talk about your book. Everyone Can Win. Why did you decide this was the topic you wanted to take on?
I really think that athletics is the best teacher of life skills that we have in the world today. But very often people have the wrong approach. They think you need to win today.
Right.
And I think that if the approach is correct, what happens is people learn life skills through going through the process, through the journey. And so I just wanted to get people talking about that. You know, parents love their kids. Right. They want what's best for their kids. Right. But sometimes they don't realize maybe losing on Friday might be good for their kid. They may learn to work harder. You know, you don't always get the first job you apply for. So you got to learn about life, and that's what the book is really toward, is take the approach that they're going to learn life skills through playing competitive athletics.
Now, tell me about the book. Do you take some of those experiences you had as a coach and try to kind of apply them to folks and say, this is what I learned and I'm passing this on to you?
Exactly. And I wrote the book. It's a collection of stories, so you have an idea. I've got a point to make. Right. And then I will tell a story. This is real, true story happened. Right. So it makes it a nice, relatable read. I've had some ladies that aren't competitive, weren't into that, and they just love reading the book also. So I think it's a nice read. It's an easy read because there are real life stories in there. I think some will make you laugh, and one lady told me one of them made her cry. But I really think that every parent needs to read the book, because it's very hard sometimes to step back and let your kid fall. You know, they're going to get up and learn. Yes. Sometimes it's tough. And one of the things I have in the book is very often the worst thing for the kid is the ride home after the game, because mom or dad is very hard on them, and that's tough. And I just think that they don't mean to be hard on them. Right. They love them, but the perspective is what's important.
I sometimes think as parents, we I have two boys, and sometimes that ball game, that ride home, like you say, you're trying to pick everything apart. Well, you should just let it say, let's go home and chill for a little bit. You think about it, and it's hard to do that sometimes.
Very true. I always wanted my teams to ride home on the bus, because I thought they needed that time.
That decompression.
Exactly. Perfect. Yes, that to decompress a little bit before mom and dad had the discussion. And so I always made them, and some people were like, well, why do you do that? I'm like, I have my reasons. I know it might be easier for the parent to pick their kid up there, but if we had the opportunity, I always want them to ride home with the team, get that decompressed, and then talk to mom and dad about what went on.
What was some of the? Is this your first book? I wanted to ask you. I didn't research that enough. But as a first book, what were some of the issues that you came up with? Was it harder to write than you thought it would be?
Well, I really think it started writing itself when I started coaching. Okay. With all the experiences I went through, and then when I did retire from coaching, and then went into sales, I was on the road a lot, and so I just put a recorder in my car and I started just talking it through. So really about 2 years ago, I got serious about it. Yeah. And yes, I tell you, the hard thing is stopping. It's like there's so much more I'd like to say.
You got more points.
Yes, but you'd like, at some point you got to say, I'm just going to put it out there, and then we'll start the conversation, and hopefully people will look at it and read it and get something from it.
I was going to ask you, what do you want to take? What is the takeaway for you? What do you want the reader to take away?
That if people approach athletics correctly, it is a great place to learn about life, and will prepare you to be successful. In my travels, I would talk to everybody I could, every restaurant, whatever, and say, did you play athletics? And if they did, I say, okay, well, tell me what you learned. And every one of them, I never found one person that said nothing. There's always something. Now, the experiences are different. It might have been teamwork. It might have been dealing with a bad coach, dealing with a bad boss, same thing. So I just think that it is a great way to experience life without really having the terrible consequences that we have when we become adults.
And I can't let you go without asking this. Okay. What is that one lesson that you took away from all of your time as an athlete, as a coach, everything to do with athletics? What's the one thing that really jumps out at you that you learned?
The thing that made a difference in my life was confidence.
Okay.
At a young age, my parents didn't go to college, you know, and I think that being in athletics, it built enough confidence that made me go to college, made me go get a master's degree, and allows me to come here today. Right. You know, that's a life skill that some people don't have very much of. And so for me, it was a life-changing event, being involved in athletics. And so I've got the book out there. I hope somebody else can have a very positive experience.
And where can folks find the book? And you also have some book signings coming.
I do. It is on Amazon,
right?
So you can get it online. It's Barnes & Noble has it also. I have a book signing this Friday, actually, at Beef O Brady's in Elizabethton. And I have another one on Monday at Anytime Fitness in Elizabethton. So those people have been very supportive and very kind to let me come do that. We're excited about those 2 days.
Everyone can win. Coach Tony Hardin, thanks so much.
Thank you very much,
Chris. We've got
Chris.
an email address up right now if you want to find out more. Check that out right there, Coach Tony Hardin. Everyone can win.